Hey guys, Andres for the Newsreel here, and once again I'm back with the BlackBerry Priv, except at this time this is the Verizon model. Now I had already done an unboxing video a few weeks ago, but the lighting wasn't all that good for me and the quality was bad, so I ended up doing it all over again. So I figured I'd go over it here, that a $720 phone on Verizon will get you just a regular charger, not even a quick charger, and a USB cable with a removable SIM tool and SD card tray, and next to no literature, which I really don't care about, but that just shows how cheap BlackBerry went. Now, in the time I had taken down the other video I posted, I actually reached out to Verizon, and they pointed the finger at BlackBerry. So I guess the fault lies with BlackBerry. But anyway, I'm not going to linger so much on this. Why unbox it? Why show it off again? I've already done a review of the Verizon, I already done a review of the BlackBerry Priv, and I pitted it against the Galaxy Note 5. And I've done several other things with it, but here it is. This is the Verizon branded version, and this one actually feels a lot more solid than the unlocked version I got from shopblackberry.com. There's no creaks on the housing like my other one had, and this is of course the slider here, so technically there's more moving parts, a lot more things can go wrong with it, but there's no squeaks in it, so that's I'm really proud of this one feeling and sounding a whole lot more solid than the unlocked BlackBerry Priv was. Then again, I was an early adopter, so maybe the first ones had issues. So I go over my issues with the BlackBerry Priv in my review video, and in some other videos where I put it against the Samsung Galaxy Note 5 and against the BlackBerry Passport Silver Edition. So I'm not gonna go over the awesomeness of this phone, since I already have and I've done this so many times. So I'm going to show you what this actually fixes. Now this one does have when it launched in early March of this year for Verizon. Here's the Verizon model number for this one. It is still running Lollipop, unfortunately, and it launched with the February 1st Android patch level. Now, up until January, I still had the unlocked version of the BlackBerry Priv. Of course, that one didn't work on Verizon, so it was still something I really couldn't use on a daily basis for business. That one had issues reading, where is it? That one had issues reading the SD card. It would know it's there. I could take a picture and save it there, but for some reason, wrong button there, ES File Explorer, but for some reason it wouldn't show up as accessible memory, where here I can. So that's good, because on my File Explorer, which I use ES File Explorer, the memory card wouldn't even show up there. It would just show me the top one, which is the internal storage for the device, and the SD card, which is the same one I had on my HTC One M8 that I popped into the unlocked Priv from shopblackberry.com. This would not be there. And the inconvenience that gave me was that whenever I try to attach email to my messages, or just even a standard MMS text message, I wouldn't be able to send it from my phone because it wouldn't register that I have an SD card. But for some reason, the music player would assume I did have an SD card, and it was right. So it was inconsistent, and that's what really drove me crazy. So I want you to see that this is Google Play Music, and I'm only showing the downloaded only music. This is important because the track or the album titles are all over the place, especially here for the Patriot, where it's inconsistent, where some caps or some are not, and when you open it and you get to see the playlist, you get to see this is FLAC files. Again, this is the same one that I have on my HTC One M8. I just took the memory card and put it in here, and it populates correctly on the HTC One M8. But for some reason, the BlackBerry Priv, it comes out all garbled. Now, the music plays okay, but when I open, say, VLC player, the album titles actually appear as they should. Let's see, where is it? Well, there it is, the Patriot, and it reads correctly, and correctly here. Now, I don't know who's to blame there, because I use the same apps on the HTC One M8 with this same memory card, and everything reads just fine on my HTC One. But I'm having issues here on the BlackBerry Priv, so I have to somehow blame some of the software tweaks on this and it being a bug. But anyway, outside of that, the camera is still kind of laggy, unfortunately, and the Snapdragon 808 processor is starting to show its age against more capable devices that launch with a newer processor, or in my case that I just got the S7 Edge on, and that thing's running the Snapdragon 820. So this one does start to feel a lot slower than I like. That doesn't mean it can't handle it. It's just, I'm just saying that it is noticeable, an 808 versus an 820 Snapdragon processor. But I want to show you something, because for those that know or don't know, Verizon 4G LTE devices come unlocked out of the box. And that's what most of us really care to know. Does it work on Verizon or anywhere else? Look at that. That's a T-Mobile, doesn't it? You'd be right if you noticed that it is T-Mobile. So with that, I have Wi-Fi off. Why don't you guys check this out? I have about 2 bars. That's kind of like the same thing I get on Verizon in my area. Let's see what it shows. That's about as good as average as I get. I get over 10 megabytes per second download speeds. My upload speeds tend to be considerably faster, even faster than Verizon upload speeds, which I find fairly interesting. So there are my results, and that's T-Mobile. That's pretty cool. So it works on T-Mobile. I did MMS, text messaging, and all that, sent and received, and it worked just fine on this device. There it is, Wi-Fi calling menu. It pulls up, but even though it's on, it shows me it's disabled, and I prefer Wi-Fi if I'm going to do a Wi-Fi call. I have not been able to get it to work, unfortunately. That probably has to do with the lack of bands that T-Mobile needs for that to work on. So no Wi-Fi calling. Even though it shows up, it doesn't work. At least I haven't been able to get it to work, so maybe someone else can figure it out for me. Well, anyway, that's a quick tour of the differences between the Verizon model of the BlackBerry Priv versus the unlocked version. Unfortunately, no headphones are included with the $720 device, but I ended up getting it at a huge discount through my business, so that's helped me out a ton. But for the most part, you gotta know what you're getting into. There's devices that are cheaper that have more features and a much better front-facing camera than the BlackBerry Priv, but still, when it comes to productivity, this and the Note 5 reign supreme up there. So let's see what Marshmallow brings us in the month of May, assuming Verizon pushes it out on time. All right, thanks a lot, guys. That's it. Just wanted to show you that really quick. This is Andres for The Newsreel. Follow me at The Newsreel and check out my website at www.thenewsreel.info. Have a good one, guys, and stay tuned for more videos.